So are you going to the block party tonight?
No.
Or selling or just going?
I'm not going. It's from 3 to 6. So.
Is that when it is, Gwen? 3 to 6?
Ends at 9.
Ends at 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing there?
He
Oh,
plays
okay.
the saxophone and
We
you'll
thought
see
it was
it.
3
Well,
to 9.
he's in the band.
Yeah.
Look at
Okay.
here, see?
Maybe it's the candy part of it.
They show you how you sitting.
For 3 to. Okay.
How we look? Good?
Look great.
Yeah.
Well, you're in a big truck.
I am.
Yeah. Boy, what size is that?
2500.
2500.
Mhm.
What model?
19 Bighorn.
Boy, it's big. Isn't it? How you park it at Walmart?
I'm a truck driver, so I
Oh, are
park
you?
at the back though. I don't never park.
Are you on the road truck driver?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
I go to Pennsylvania, not Pennsylvania, but up to Northern Virginia, Maryland, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. South
What's
Carolina.
your schedule?
Monday through Thursday. Then I come in and cook on Saturday.
So you go Monday through Thursday. Where do you drive out of?
Calhoun.
Oh, Calhoun Trucking.
No, it's the company's based out of Knoxville, but we got a yard in Calhoun.
I've seen that. Is that like the backside of Hardee's?
No, you go past there all the way up to Bowater, and then it's on the right in that field where that trucking school is.
You ever
at.
got a speeding ticket?
No, I've got one before, but not in Calhoun.
Not in Calhoun.
Yeah, they usually leave truck drivers alone unless you're really messing it up.
They don't leave the regular people
No,
alone.
they don't. I see them with cars put up all the time.
Every time. If you drive by there, they're stopping somebody.
Yeah, cars most of the time, but they don't mess with the loud trucks or the truck drivers that they see often.
So what's the company you drive for?
BIR Transport.
You been doing that a while?
Yeah, I've been driving since 18 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you just, what'd you do? Go get your driver CDL license or something?
Yeah. I was working at Tyson Foods, and then I wanted to do something better, so I went to truck driving school, Illinois.
So when you leave out, what time do you leave out on? Do you go the same places every week?
No, it's different.
So how do you know where you're gonna go?
They dispatch me.
They email you or?
They send me an email, give me a call, and then I leave according to whichever load I'm delivering and where I'm going.
So have they already emailed you for tomorrow?
Yep.
Where do you go
I'm
tomorrow?
going to Ohio, somewhere in Ohio.
So you'll get up in the morning and
Sometime, probably about 1 o'clock.
in the morning?
Yeah. No, afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't leave out till then.
Yeah.
And so how long will it take you to get there?
It's probably about 7-8 hours. Depends on if it's up to about Cleveland, Ohio area, which I don't know. I hadn't looked at it yet, but
And then you tell them you're here and they unload you?
yeah. I usually have appointments, or they tell you in your load information the hours they're open, 7 to 3 or something like that. And then
So you get there and say, I'm here.
Yeah.
I need you to unload me.
get there and check in.
Then what do you do after you unload?
You get the next dispatch. Talk to your dispatcher, and they send you. They tell you the next load, and you go and pick up another load and get started again.
What do you stay there the night or you sleep in the truck?
I sleep in the truck. I'll get there tomorrow night or something, and then go to sleep until the next morning. And
Inside the truck?
Yeah.
Is those cabs big enough to
Yeah. I can stand up. And
got a microwave?
No, I don't eat in the truck. I'm not out there long term. I don't plan on being out there that long, so
Yeah.
I'm usually at stores and stuff to eat.
And then the next morning, so you're going somewhere until Thursday evening.
Yeah.
Do they ever say, hey, we need you to work the weekend?
No, I usually dictate my own schedule. Yeah, I'm on operator. But even when I was a company driver, they still work with you, whatever schedule you have. Some drivers have other jobs that they do, so they accommodate. They're pretty good with that.
Is there a shortage of truck drivers?
No, I haven't seen any. Companies are always hiring, so I haven't seen a shortage. There's no companies that's full capacity unless they got like 6 trucks or something. But you can find work driving a truck at any time.
Were you born and raised in Cleveland?
Louisiana.
How'd you get here?
My ex-wife dropped me off.
Literally?
No, I was married. My ex-wife was from here.
Oh.
And
How'd you meet her from here?
we met actually in Clarksville. I was in the military, and we was in Fort Campbell.
And she was from here?
She was from here. Yeah.
Did you like it here?
Yeah, I like it. I stayed here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to move back home, but you know, when you got familiar
Yeah.
company, you know, you don't want to hang around the same guys you was back in the day with.
Now, when you get in on Thursdays, is that when you do your barbecue stuff?
I get in on Thursday. If I have time, I'll go to Sam's Club and pick up my stuff and whatever I need and get it ready for Saturday. But my food I base it on being as fresh as possible. And so I wake up early Saturday morning and put it on.
Not on Friday?
No.
What do you do Fridays?
I just relax and make sure everything I got all I need for Saturday.
So Saturday morning you start smoking it?
Yep. And then I open up at 2 p.m.
Do you open up right there?
Yeah.
How do you get to your place again?
You go up by North Lee Highway, and there's the new liquor store on the right before Anatole.
Mm-hmm.
You turn right there, and then go through the curves, and it's the house on the left. You'll see the red trailer and a yellow 18-wheeler and pontoon boat in the yard.
So do people go there to get the barbecue?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so many neighborhoods around my area that I don't have to I haven't branched out and like went to Lowe's or Home Depot parking lots.
So all you can do to sell it right there?
Right there, man. I just want a little something to, compensate for me getting off the road some.
Well, my understanding is that it's extremely good barbecue.
It is. People like it, you know what I'm saying? I know what I like to eat, so I try to base it off that, I don't want to sell nothing to somebody that I sell it to them how I like it. So
around 2 o'clock it's ready?
It's ready, yeah.
You put it on what, 8 o'clock in the morning?
I try to get it on about 7 a.m.
You have to put wood. Is it wood in there?
Yes, that's the best way to cook it.
What kind of wood?
Hickory and oak. Yep, that's the best way to cook it.
Is it better than those pellet stoves?
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell the difference. Somebody else might eat it and you'll tell the difference if I told you this was wood and this was pellet and you'll taste the difference. But just people randomly wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know what to look for as far as flavor-wise.
So you're already, at 2 o'clock people are pulling in to get this stuff?
They're pulling in. Yeah, I have a line. We stay busy for about an hour and 45 minutes straight.
And then it's gone?
And then we have very little left. We catch a couple stragglers, the people that's come later. But most of the time, we sell it until it's gone. 2 hours.
Was it ribs and chicken?
Ribs, chicken, baked beans, potato salad, macaroni and cheese. I try to keep it simple.
Just very few things.
Yeah.
That's what these restaurants have a problem. They get all this menus that are so complicated.
Yeah. I try to keep it simple.
So who makes the macaroni and cheese?
I make it. She can put it together, and then I have to doctor it. I do the seasoning and.
Is this a Louisiana thing?
Not really. Anybody can do it. It's not a certain, like some people have Carolina flavor or Kansas or flavor. I don't know. Barbecue is barbecue to me. Whatever you use, it's no barbecue I can taste that I can say it came from a certain area. I don't know the difference.
Does yours have a sweet taste or is there different flavors of barbecue? Like, is it all, do you put sauce on it or do you just?
I serve it out plain with no sauce. Sometimes people don't even notice that there's no sauce in there. Before they notice, they be done ate all the meat.
Do you have sauce with them to give to them if they want it?
Yeah.
Where do you get the sauce?
I use Sweet Baby Ray's. I leave it to the sauce people.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to do extra by making their own sauce or rubs.
You put any salt on it while you're cooking it?
No, it depends on which meat it is. Chicken, you have to put a little salt on it because it doesn't hold flavor like pork does. Pork has more grease and more juicy, so it sweats more. So you don't have to. That's the flavor in that. But chicken, it doesn't sweat and sizzle when you cook it. So you have to put a little salt on chicken. But pork, you just use the rub.
So it's all in the cooking. But you put the rub on it.
Yeah.
What is that, a secret recipe or?
Yeah, I can't tell you my rub.
So it's
on
sort
it.
of a secret, but that's what gives it the flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if somebody pulls up there and says, "Hey, I just want to take home a couple of ribs," then you just box it up and
Box it
hand
up.
it to them,
Yeah, that's what I do.
and they can take it home and heat it up. And it's
Well,
making me hungry.
It's warm already, but I got, what are you saying, like raw or cooked?
Cooked.
Yeah, it's cooked.
And you have brisket too.
Yeah, I do brisket.
Nowhere to sit
Sometimes.
down at your place. It's just
No,
get it and go.
it's a food truck, but they don't mind because most of the people live in the neighborhood, so they're going home. It's like probably 4 or 5 neighborhoods in my area. Over
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So
I guess you could go down Michigan Avenue Road and take a left by the airport and get there about as easy.
same thing. You
Yeah.
come in through the back way,
Yeah.
and those people that live back there, that neighborhood back there.
Yeah, and that Ramsey Edition or whatever.
on the other
yeah.
side of the airport.
Yeah.
And then coming towards me, you got another neighborhood and then another neighborhood. So it's a lot of people riding through there.
You got a good business going.
There you go.
What do you call it? Vibes?
Good Vibes Barbecue. Yeah.
Now, do you call it barbecue or barbecue?
I call it barbecue. It's a joke, Louisiana. That's
Yeah.
a lot of people talk like they say Barbie, but they call it.
Where does barbecue get its name? I often wonder that.
I really don't know.
I mean, boy, I don't even know what it would relate to. Barbecue.
Yeah. I'd have to check that out. That's a good question. I didn't invent it, so I haven't looked at it, but I've looked at a lot of people been cooking it like that for a long time.
And that's more of a. Wonder where it originated. I mean, we always think of barbecue in Louisiana for some reason. I don't know why.
I think it's more southern, like Texas, maybe a Cowboys type.
Cowboys, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing better. When I was growing up, eating ribs was like real expensive. It was like shrimp or something. It's, oh, you're going to order the ribs, and then they
Yeah.
give you ribs like that.
Yeah.
But what's your serving of, if somebody says, what's your order? Is it like, give me a large?
Well, I set up plates. The plates come with 5 bones, and 2 sides for $15.
So you put them on a styrofoam plate?
Yeah.
You have a lid?
Yeah, it has a lid on it. It's just like a to-go plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those expensive, aren't they? Like 25, 50 cents or something?
How much are they? $18. You get like 100 of them, 120 of them.
It becomes significant, doesn't it? When
It does a little bit, You're not gonna get rich, so you got to spend money on something that looks professional as possible. You don't want no foil paper on a fat plate,
or dropping it on their way home.
Yes, so you want to keep it as professional as possible.
What if they want 5 plates? Then you give them a bag too.
I got bags. If they want just meat, I have a plate with no trays in it.
Just meat.
Just meat. You can buy whole racks. You can buy whole chickens. You can buy
A whole rack. How long is that?
It's about that long.
Could you eat a whole rack yourself?
But no, I could try. I'd probably eat more than half of it on a hungry day.
Yeah.
But I don't really care to eat my own barbecue.
Why is that?
I can taste a couple pieces of it, but as far as a meal of it, I'm just. I don't know.
You're over it?
Yeah, I'm over it. But somebody else's, man, I'll tear it up.
Do you nibble while you're cooking it?
I'll taste a bone out of it to make sure it's tender where I want it.
How much will you spend? Is Sam's the best place to get, like Haney Meat Company? You ever get stuff from there, or do they not have the same stuff?
It depends on if Sam's doesn't have it, then I branch out. Yeah.
So Sam's has fresh, and you're saying if as long as it's fresh meat,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter. You can do your thing with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always think when I think of ribs, I always think of that movie. What was that movie? Tomatoes or fried green tomatoes?
Right.
Did you ever see that?
I haven't. She sounded like she had.
And they killed that guy and they served him as pork and the guy kept ordering more because that's the best pork I ever had.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not good.
Now, there's a barbecue chicken, but you don't put the barbecue on it.
No. Some people don't like sauce on it.
So it's not even really
It's smoked.
smoked.
Yeah.
I think that's the idea, smoked,
It
because
is.
Q has something to do with
Well,
a piece of wood.
yeah,
barb.
wood smoked, grilled.
Yeah.
You know,
What if you ever use apple wood or some places
I
use?
would for my personal cooking, but it's you can't do. I can't find enough, and it would be a little expensive to get enough to cook for long periods. But if I was doing something for myself, I'd use cherry or apple, you know, something like that.
But with this thing you're doing, you like to keep it consistent so that everybody knows what they're getting when they get it.
Simple as possible. I can get plenty of oak and hickory wood.
Do they bring it to your house already split?
Yeah, already split. He drops it off.
How often do you have to re-get that?
It usually lasts about a year and a half. I get 2 loads, 2 truckloads.
You have to split it yourself? Or
No, it's already split. Yeah. And it takes about 12 pieces to cook for about 4 hours, you know, on ribs and chicken.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
So you make enough to how many customers you think would be there on Saturdays?
25, 30.
About 35 to 40
More
people.
than that, yeah.
About 40 people.
What are you going to do if you get more than you can handle?
Well, it's really really hard work because I have such a level of what I want to serve. I don't take no shortcuts, so I have to be. I'm not one that's getting up and early 5 in the morning, starting it, seasoning each piece, peeling skins off the back of the ribs. It's a lot of hands-on work, so I don't have a crew, so it's a lot of work on just me and my wife. So it keeps you busy, so I don't want to be that busy into it, but I try to handle as much. If it picked up more than what it is, I guess I would cook more, you know, but business like that, you only cook what you want to sell. You don't want to run out too early, but you don't want to be out there 4 or 5 hours either.
So you're just sort of like a first come, first serve thing.
Pretty much. But some people, I do personal orders too. If somebody has told me they got 10 people, I'll do it for them too. Package it up and everything.
But only on Saturdays.
No, any day. We just cooked for Peyton's this past Tuesday and Wednesday.
How you do that when you're on the road?
I just tell them I need to be off. That's why I like my job, because they're flexible with what I need to do.
Would you wouldn't make more doing that than you would trucking, would you?
No. I probably could. I could, but I don't want to hustle like that. You know, it's more hustle into it. I'm not lazy or nothing, but I just don't want to have to try to live off consumer. You know, I'd rather just have it as a side thing until I'm more debt free, and then I can go out there and, you know.
And there's only so much you can charge for it anyway.
Exactly.
Yes, right.
I don't want to raise the prices and stuff like that.
So it's a hobby that pays for its way.
It does.
And a little more.
And a little extra, exactly.
When did you decide I'm gonna try this?
It started out, I cooked for the church, and then it started, and then after that I got another grill, and then I started selling plates. And then I said, okay, I need something bigger, so then I got another grill on a trailer, which was just a smoke on a trailer, and then after doing that for a while, I thought I need a kitchen. It would be more best if I had a kitchen because you can only keep meat so long on the grill before it either overcooks or the macaroni and beans get dried out or something, you know. So that's when I got the kitchen trailer.
Is there enough room to move around in there?
Yeah. About three, you can fit 3 people in there comfortably.
Is that why you got such a big truck so you can haul it around?
Exactly.
Where would you take it?
Anywhere. Anywhere. Like I've taken it to weddings. I've taken it to Peyton's. You know, I've taken anywhere.
So you
if
take
somebody
it there of
pays.
a morning, you start cooking it there?
No, I'll cook it beforehand. I got warmers in there, and then I usually it depends on how long we're gonna be there. I put something on the grill while we're there to get a little aroma in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what sells, isn't it?
that's what sells. Throw a couple pieces on there, and
You ever do roasted corn? You ever those roasted corn things?
I haven't tried it.
Boy, they're
yet.
good.
She's trying to get me to do it all the time, you know, and I haven't tried it. I might have to do some research on that and try that.
Because that would be easier when you go to these. Like, you ever go like to Tri-State Exhibition Center and sell stuff there?
Well, I haven't been there yet. I've been asked to come there. Another guy has a food truck. Friend of mine, he was asked me to come there, but for some reason we didn't get on the same page on it. I couldn't make it or something. But they have that at Tri-State, and he's been there.
You could be at the block party tonight, but you would run out quick.
Quick. It's a lot of people. I'd make extra. I wouldn't. It would be a line, man, crazy line. It would be bad. I'm telling you.
You're another level.
It's a lot of people know of me, but it's just it's too much work than I want to do. If I'm not invited down there, then I'd rather not go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, you're not standing in line.
No. I don't want to. I mean, I'll make a lot of money down there, but like I said, I'd rather relax. We did that last Tuesday. We worked from 10 to 2 a.m., 10 in the a.m. to 2 afternoon, and then had to come back for the third shift, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., 2 days in a row. So that was a lot after working at a car show last Saturday and then doing that Tuesday and Wednesday. So we took off. We're only going to be open again next Saturday.
So it's just too much almost.
It's a lot. I'd hate to have to do that
And if you
full
can
time.
sell out on a Saturday, why do anything more?
Exactly. You know, I don't want to. And then, like where we at the house, it's a lot of traffic, a lot of people. We can sell right there. We don't have to.
They come to you.
They come to me, and we're getting bigger every week.
Do you ever have anybody knock on the door and say, "I'm here to pick up some ribs," and you say, "Hey, we only cook these on Saturdays"?
Yeah, they show up. They don't usually make it to the door. They usually see me outside or something, doing something, and then
I
they
was
pull
putting
up.
up a sign.
Yeah.
Did they ever have? Does anybody ever call and reserve and say, "Oh, put me down for for 6 plates Saturday. I'll be by sometime."
Yep. And then when I see them, I tell them come to the side door, and I have it ready despite the line.
Well, that's a good business.
It is, man. I like to serving people like that and to hear the feedback and them to enjoy good barbecue. 'Cause I know I love good barbecue, but just not my own. I don't indulge on my own like.
Do you give them Cokes if they need them, or
Sometimes
to me that'd be a lot of trouble.
when we go to events, we have sodas, drinks, and water and stuff. But usually at the house, they're going home, so they
Yeah.
already have that. They don't really want to drink.
Too complicated.
Too complicated. They just want a plate, and to go home, they got a drink already. They don't even want bread. A lot of people.
If they did want bread, how do you add that to it? Or I guess, or
It
just
depends on if we was cooking pulled pork sandwiches, we would have bread. But a lot of people, they want the plate. They don't want the bread. Which, back home, we usually got bread with barbecue plates. But
rolls or
this
the
regular
Texas toast thing.
regular bread, regular light bread.
Yeah, that's what I like. Just regular light bread.
Y'all remember that time you sold barbecue and we forgot the barbecue sauce?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they didn't even know it.
Nobody even
They didn't
noticed.
notice.
I think good barbecue, man. If you can find barbecue that doesn't need
If it's
sauce,
got a little salt on it, I can deal with it.
Mhm.
That's all I really need.
come try it. Come try it
I
out,
am.
Sam,
I'm gonna
and see
come
what
try it.
everybody.
Now I had the way I heard about you was through Gary Matheny. Do you know him?
That's a friend of mine.
He's a country music up and coming
He
star.
He has a jingle for me, and it's
He
supposed to be
says,
ready.
yeah.
Good vibes barbecue, pulled pork ribs, chicken too, brisket fixin' such a treat. Big marsh smoking just can't be beat. Look for the big red trailer. Good vibes barbecue.
Yeah,
But you don't need a jingle. You're so busy. Where you gonna put the jingle?
but it's just it's my character to be funny. You know, I thought it would be good.
Yeah.
To have and make a little commercial just for giggles and stuff, and it might blow up. So.
Wasn't there a place on Lookout Mountain that had, or it might have been Sand Mountain or one of those, that you just drove around the back and they just sold you ribs, nothing else.
Really?
I can't remember the name of it.
I've
I don't
never
even
been
know if they're still there. But so when you've been doing this for around 18 years, but you've been in Cleveland how long?
About 16 years.
Oh,
Yeah, because the first company I went to, I actually lived here, and I moved back to Louisiana for probably a year, but this was my home. When I first started driving, I got home off every weekend, and I came to Tennessee. Yeah, I lived in Tennessee, so it was about 16, 17 years.
what about did you come here through Katrina? Nothing of that.
No, I missed all that, but actually I had a load down there, and I had a trailer with 3 blown tires. There's only 4 tires on each side. 3 were blown, and everybody was evacuating. I was down there then in my truck, but the police was like wanting me to leave, but
Yeah.
I told them I couldn't leave with 1 tire on the side. So both interstates was going in one way, So that was kind of bad, that experience,
Do you, when you get on the road driving and it's raining, does it scare you any?
No, you just try to stay away from people, stay out, don't drive in groups. I'd rather be off to myself and just don't try to ride in crowds,
That's I'd want to just sort of be the guy out there by myself, because you have to stay way ahead of the guy in front of you or way behind him.
Yeah, I'm usually try to stick to my 1 speed, but sometimes you have to speed up or slow down. I'm a lot of cruise control, so some people they're going fast 1 minute and then they slow down the next. So I go on around them and just get in my own pace.
You think that's faster ultimately, just staying sticking to your own?
Yep, it is. You can drive 90 mile an hour, but if you stop, unless you drive 90 mile an hour and don't stop but one time, then yeah. But if you drive 90 mile an hour and stop 2 or 3 times, then it's
Do you think life's that way? You can go fast and it's got to slow down, or you can just have a good, steady pace, and maybe that's the way life needs to be.
I think that is.
You ever thought of that?
That's a good relation.
Like the tortoise and the hare or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Just stay with your. I ride bicycles and I'll speed up and I'll slow down and I'll speed up and I'll slow down. And the guy that's just going a good pace, he beats me every time. Because I gas out. And he doesn't.
Yeah.
So we have to learn our own pace.
Yeah.
You're doing your own pace driving just like you're doing your own pace with barbecue.
Yeah. There you go.
What about your character wants you to go at your pace?
Well, I would say, it's part of being humble and kind of staying in your lane. You don't want to try to be the best at anything, but you try to be the best to yourself at it.
Be the best you.
The best you. And put your best foot forward in doing everything.
Where'd you get that from?
That's just right off the fly. I don't. That's just
But
how
I mean,
feel.
you've always been that way.
Yeah, that's how I feel. You know.
When you were in Louisiana, were you live close to Duck Dynasty?
No, I don't. I'm up northwest Louisiana, right off the Texas line, Shreveport area, Louisiana.
Now, Texas, is it different than here? Did you go to Texas much?
Yeah, all
Was
the
it-
time.
Is Texas different than here
Um,
or similar?
it's kind of it's more country. It depends on what areas you at, but it's the same. You know, it's more here. It's more mixed population here. A lot in Texas is certain areas. You know, is black, Hispanic. You know, stuff like that. But
Rich, poor.
still good people. Yeah.
But here in Cleveland, we're just all mixed. Rich,
Yeah.
poor, black, Hispanic, whatever there is, we don't really care.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to these other states, like Ohio, is it a lot different than here?
Actually, it's kind of the same. I see no difference. And now, say you go up there towards Wisconsin now, Wisconsin area is more cleaner. They're not throwing trash. There's no trash on the interstates, and it's more woods. I've even been to the New England states, Massachusetts, up there in the corner up there, and it's there's no trash on the interstate, you know, and it's more cleaner, I guess you can say.
Here, you're liable to see a couch.
A couch or
Yeah.
a mattress or just bags and Coke cans.
I don't know why that is. Do you?
People just throw stuff
If I
out.
threw something out the window, I'd feel like I'd committed a sin.
Yeah, it is.
But they don't think nothing about it, evidently.
Nope.
I wonder why theirs is so clean. Reckon they have people cleaning them up. Like on Seinfeld, remember when Kramer adopted that section of the highway? Remember that? And he was, and he decided to repaint the lines. Remember that?
Yeah.
Got them crooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they got up there. But you think, but like here, like Texas, it's more people stay in their groups or something, I guess. Because from what I hear, Texas is a lot like Tennessee, more so than Georgia.
Yeah, I don't see, like I said, I don't see much of a difference. People are the same. Maybe just the accent wise, you might see a difference like that, but other than that, man, you just got people living.
That's all they're doing, just living, aren't they? No matter what no matter what you think people are doing, they're just living.
Just living.
There's not many people trying to change everything. You know?
Nope.
They're just living.
Yep.
Well, let me ask you this: what'd you do in Louisiana before you came here?
I worked at Tyson chicken plant.
Is that like picking up chickens?
Well, no, I didn't deal with live chickens. I dealt with packaged meat and stacked it and put it in the freezer, getting ready to load on the trucks to go out.
Do you before? What made you want to be a truck driver?
More money, and to get away. I went to the military when I was 18.
Oh, so you were fairly young when you went,
Yeah.
I guess, or that's the average age, I guess, right?
Well, out of high school, yeah.
What was your thoughts about joining the Army or
Just
military? What branch?
Army. It was to show my dad that I can be something, you know, than a pothead.
Do you think that helped you, the Army?
It helped me a lot. I tell anybody, I try to tell all these youngsters to go. Best experience of my life. I don't know why they're just nervous about it. They're nervous about going to war, but wars are not fought by soldiers. Very likely, it's not going to be fought by soldiers. It's
No more, right?
No more, yeah. It's not like the movies, you know.
Was boot camp hard? I think that's what everybody scares them.
No, I liked to do the workouts every day. That's all it was.
Jogging?
Jogging, push-ups,
If
sit-ups.
if you couldn't make it, did they kick you?
No, they don't.
Nothing like
touch,
that.
No.
That's just TV.
TV. Yeah, they can. Now it's got even lighter now. They can't. Now I hear they have cards like stress cards.
God,
You're getting on my stress card.
that's getting too far, right?
Hey, that's just.
But I guess if you're going to be, but if we're not going to be fighting,
Mhm.
you know, like John Wayne,
Mhm.
then I guess what's the point in being physically fit, really?
Well,
Just do a drone.
yeah, they do that, but they still. I think it's a part of molding you to be a adult or bringing you into being a adulthood. You know, like
What was your first day like when you joined?
like it's too late to turn around. I went and it was yelling and telling you to do push-ups and all in your face and
So it wasn't a picnic either, right?
no, it wasn't a picnic, but I was thinking it was all a game,
Yeah.
but I still did what I was told.
For 6 weeks?
I think it had to be 6 to 8 weeks, about 8 weeks. I forget how long it was.
So how did that seem to help you?
It helped me to get away from the house, and teaches you to discipline. You know, it trains you by being out on your own. You're not in mama's house no more. You're 10 hours away from the house by myself, so you have to adapt to that.
They make you like fold your clothes and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, your bed has to be certain measurements and.
Before you went there, did you not think nothing about that?
No, my mom, she cleaned my room as a kid and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
When you get to the military, I think they teach you how to take care of yourself.
they do. That's exactly what
And
it is.
There's nobody going to help you.
No, and you're gonna mess up sometimes, but you have to you have to find your way. You have to find your own way, and just hope you don't mess up enough to have long-term consequences. You know.
That's the problem,
Mhm.
isn't it? The long-term consequence. Everybody can mess up, but when
Mhm.
you're at 18 to 22 or 3, you can go right or left so easily,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
there's no turning back.
Especially by yourself. You got money, they give you a check, and you can go get a car or whatever, and then that was my first, like, I didn't have cars in school and stuff, and money and stuff like
You
that.
were stuck. You couldn't even spend the money, I guess. What was you in there, 2 years or what?
I was in there 5 years.
5 years.
Mhm.
Was that the normal time or what?
No, the least you can do is 2.
Why'd you do 5?
I re-enlisted and went to Hawaii and was stationed over there for 3 years.
What'd you do there? Just
Same old
what was your
stuff.
job?
I drove Humvees, delivered ammunition, food to the field to the soldiers.
So your driving and delivering has been your thing
Mhm.
by accident.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you just ended up there.
I like driving. Yeah.
You listen to the radio when you're driving?
I can't listen to the radio. I usually listen to YouTube, sports, stuff like that, but I can't get into music for a long period of times, especially the new
That
music.
gets old, right?
It gets old quick.
But you can listen. What you do? Just YouTube a ball game or something and listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, especially around playoff time.
Because you're on a road for what, 10 hours at a time?
It depends on the load, but you can pace yourself and stop and take 2-hour naps, and it's never the same. My routes are never hardly. I've been on the same route a bunch of different times, but when you drive trucks, nothing stays the same.
Do you think do you really go to those truck stop, the rest stop? Do you prefer rest stops or truck stops?
Rest stops. Both, really.
But would you more likely get off at a rest stop because it's easier and you got to get gas though, so you got to go to truck stops.
Depends on if I'm hungry or I need to be near a restroom or showers and stuff like that. Depends on the need.
Is the one up there in Charleston, Love's, is that a pretty good one, comparatively speaking?
Loves are mostly good. Clean restrooms,
They got fast food too. If
a
you
lot
need
of
their
variety. They have fruit section,
donuts
coffee.
or Taco Bell or McDonald's, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had Tom Cry on my podcast, and I was talking to him. He said the military was one of the best things he had done. He said to this day he still folds his clothes the same way. And are you like that?
No. How long did he do?
He's still doing it. He's probably.
I'm talking about military. He stayed in there.
Oh, he was in there like 18, 20 years.
See, when you've been in there that long, you can kind of,
Yeah.
it changes your life.
What do
for
you
life.
do today that you learned in the military that you might not do that you think's a good thing?
I try to exercise off and on. Try to jog, but I hadn't jogged in a while, but I did carry that sometime from the military when I feel like getting to it, the exercise time.
But do you like jog from where your house is?
No, I go to the Greenway, ride bikes and stuff.
Yeah. What kind of bike?
I got a I don't know the name of it, but I got a cruiser bike. It's nothing like a.
Like a just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that Greenway is a good thing, isn't it?
It is, man. I love it. I've been on both of them. The one by Home Depot, and the one over here by Cooks is where I go.
That's the same one, right?
They're not
connected
connected.
now. I think they're connected now.
I haven't found the route that connects them yet. I drove to the end of both of them, and
Home Depot starts past Home Depot,
yeah,
and you go all the way down to Tinsley.
yep. And then you can't cross. You can go the back way in front of Food City, and it ends right there. It doesn't connect to by Cooks and all that. That's it.
I didn't know that. I've never gone that route.
Yeah.
I go at the gondolier. You ever get on at the gondolier?
Yeah, Cooks right there.
Yeah. But I like it better now that they got bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other towns have greenways and stuff like that. That's not a big deal.
I've seen it in other places.
Yeah.
A lot of different places.
So you think that the military, you said you wanted to prove to your dad you could be something besides a pothead.
Yeah. That's right.
Was you headed that way?
I mean, I smoked weed. I never got into heavy drugs.
It's legal now, right?
Some a lot of
Yeah,
areas,
yeah.
yeah. I used to,
But
for the record.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you hadn't gone in the military, you think it helped you then?
It did, but those same opportunities still exist in the military,
I bet, yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of that in the military.
Wonder why that is. Wonder if the military is different now than it was then. I don't know.
Probably not. Probably not. It's the same. It doesn't take you away from anything. You still got same areas around base that.
And peer pressure, I guess.
Yeah, same thing.
Now, have you ever thought about why didn't you wish you'd have stayed in the military the whole time?
Of course, because I would be right now. I'd be getting a check, and all I would have to do
Is cook
is
barbecue.
cook barbecue, and I'd wait on my check on the first 15. Health coverage, whatever, all that stuff, man. And I got friends my age that are retired now and not working.
Why did you quit? Of course, I didn't even go. That's how dumb I was.
Yeah.
But how long did you? All you needed was 5 more years, right? Don't you get a small check if you stay 10 years or something?
Depends on if you get injured or not, or any injuries.
My arm's hurting.
Exactly. You get a certain percent,
Yeah.
and that bases your payout for that.
How old are you? You in your 40s yet?
42.
42.
Mm-hmm.
What was the music when you were in high school?
The music
Yeah.
was No Limit,
I don't know them.
Master P.
No.
What else? That's what I listen to.
Masterpiece?
Master
I don't
P.
know him.
Yeah.
Oh, Master P? I
Yeah.
don't remember that one.
Really? No Limit.
Never
man.
heard of him.
No,
Never heard of that. Must have been a Louisiana thing.
No, he was from New Orleans, but
Yeah.
it was real big everywhere.
I don't know him. You ever heard of him, Gwen? Gwen's a music guy.
Yeah. Well,
So That's all. That's about all you remember. Listen to.
Well, we listen to blues a lot. I
And-
came up around older. I think that had a lot of influence on me coming up around older people. So I listened. I can. You have some people at a young age that can sit around some older people and still have a conversation with them
Yeah.
and stuff. And new generation, not so much. They don't want to have nothing to do with somebody that's older. They can't talk to them or communicate with them.
Do you think Louisiana? Did you know any Cajuns?
Yeah,
Was there some people that were truly Cajuns?
yeah.
Describe them. Because they from what? France?
French, yeah, they French, Creole.
Which Creole is what?
French and black.
French and black. You remember that song Lady Gaga sung? She said something about being Creole. I can't remember how it goes, but anyway. So Creole is French and black. But Cajun's what? Is that what it is?
The countryside of it, like white and redneck,
Oh, so they're more of a Cajun is a redneck Creole?
Yeah, yeah.
What's a sophisticated Creole?
I don't know. I don't know what they would be called.
Maybe there's not. Maybe there's one
not-
or the other.
Yeah.
What do you? So there's some real. If you saw a Cajun, would you say he's Cajun?
Yeah, by how they talk.
Can you talk like one?
Not really. I've some people could tell I was from Louisiana by certain words I use, but no, I don't have the heavy accent of the New Orleans.
The Cajun people.
Yeah.
Do they look different, Cajuns?
No, they look
Just
the same.
just the talk.
Yeah. And the food they eat,
What they eat?
more spicy.
Hot
Everything's got a kick to it.
more than Indian food?
Mm-mm.
Because Indian food is hot. I thought I could eat hot food, so I went and eat with some Indian.
Yeah. They would
But Cajun's a little different. It's more of a
spice like a
salty spice.
kick. You got a kick to it.
Now, if I go to a Chinese restaurant, their hot sauce is hot, but I don't even like it. But Mexican, I like hot Mexican food, but Cajun's it more of a salty thing, I guess.
It's not too salty. It's just I would say more of a spicy type. Yeah.
Did you ever go to the Mardi Gras?
No. We've been down there on the French Quarters, but no, I've never been to Mardi Gras.
Was that 1 week or?
I think it's a week. I think it is.
But you like Cleveland, Tennessee better than there.
Well, yeah. Like I said, because I'm familiar with everything, and it's a lot of people, back home doing the same thing that they was doing back then. So in order for you to grow, you have to branch out of your home area. If you feel like your home area is not going to work for you, some people can't. Some people have to leave the nest to be able to make it.
In other words, if you were relating that to your truck driving, how would that be? You have to get away from the traffic?
Yeah, so that would be the same thing. Yeah. Get in your own lane and by yourself. You don't need a bunch of crowd around you.
Set your own pace.
Set your own pace.
Do your own thing. That's sort of been the way your whole life's been, hasn't it?
Pretty much.
Tell me 3 things you like about Cleveland, Tennessee.
The weather. The people. And my wife.
You got to say that. She's sitting here.
She's gonna kick me.
Yeah, Cleveland's a good place to live.
It really
I mean,
is.
if everybody knew how good it was, we wouldn't be able to afford to live here.
Yeah. Because the thing is, if you're looking for trouble, you have to go find it.
You got to find it here.
You got to find it.
You got to go to.
It can be found,
Sure.
But if you're not looking for it, it won't find you. Mind your business and
And you don't even have to mind all your business, and they'll still leave you alone a little bit. won't they?
exactly.
You get the Cleveland Banner?
No, I don't read it. No.
Did you ever get it?
No.
Somebody said they're down to like 7,000 subscribers a month. That's all they got.
That's not good.
I don't know. I mean, dang, that's not many at all, is it?
Well, now they got Facebook, so
That's
a lot of people business is on Facebook, so you don't have to get on the Cleveland Banner,
Or YouTube,
Yeah.
but not me. I don't know how to get our news anymore.
On Facebook, they got pages and
Do you remember when you turned on the TV at 6 o'clock and they had the 30 minutes or an hour news and that was it?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not that much younger than me, right? I mean, that was. You didn't have internet in school, did you?
no. I only had 3, 6, 12, and 33 growing up. I didn't even have cable.
We had 3, 6, 12, and 61.
Mm-hmm.
If you did the antennas
And then
right.
the TV went off in the night, and it showed
With
the
John Wayne.
showed the airplane.
Remember John Wayne?
I didn't get into.
Or
John
no,
Wayne.
what? No, was it John Wayne?
I didn't watch John.
He
Wayne.
closed. No, I mean he closed the TV
Oh,
out. Remember
yeah.
that?
I don't remember that. It just ours just went on the beat, the buzzing sound, and then they played the song or whatever the national.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but see I think it might have been Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Who was it, Glenn? Both. Okay, it was both. But you know, before they had TVs, I guess they would have gone out on their porch and watched and read books or 10-cent tabloids or something, and that was it, or talked.
Yeah. Well, in the country, we played basketball and rode bikes and went fishing and
Did you ever hunt lightning bugs?
no, we just shot birds and stuff like that.
Didn't hunt lightning bugs and put them in a jar?
No.
Did you have lightning bugs there?
Yeah.
We always hunt them and put them in a jar.
I didn't like bugs,
Yeah. We'd
especially
put
grabbing them.
Do you know a lightning bug light is one of the 7 wonders of the world? I believe if I'm probably got that wrong, but they still hadn't figured out how it does.
Really?
I don't see lightning bugs like I used to.
Yeah, I see them all the time. Bugs when I'm driving, they hit the windshield all the time.
Yeah. Does it bug you?
No. Bugged out.
So when you're driving, you ever start thinking about something and get so mad about it you can't stand it?
No. You gotta. I'm a stress-free person, and if I can get mad sometime, and I can just when I feel those wrinkles in my forehead, I have to.
What makes you mad?
Sometimes I'll get a little road rage, but it doesn't get far enough to where it makes me do something dangerous.
Yeah.
But people do what bad driving habits, people on cell phones, stuff like that, not paying attention.
Do you think for somebody to talk on the cell phone or text while they're driving, would you say as a truck driver that's one of the dumbest things you can do, or can you handle it?
Well, if you're in the right spot, then I guess it's not a problem. But when they're in the left lane or blocking other people's traffic, then you're in the way doing it, then it's not too smart.
Stupid, I guess.
It
right?
really is, but you can't tell everybody what to do, so.
Now, do you punch it into your truck where you're going and it takes you there? And do you find that's pretty accurate?
It is. It's got me this far. I can't imagine when I first started, I didn't have GPS.
You had to have a map out.
A map, yeah. I started
It
with a
makes
map.
you think the old truck drivers back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, that was a skill, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a CB radio?
I do.
Why don't they just use cell phones?
But it's kind of a trucker thing to have a CB,
What's your handle?
Slowpoke.
You say breaker 19?
Sometimes when I want to get in, but yeah, I rarely use my CB until something I need it for something, but I don't ride with it on. There's a lot of people trash talking and stuff on them.
Yeah, and they go.
Well, you can get that out.
Have they the squelch?
Yeah,
Is that
you
what they
can-
call
you
it?
can
The squelch.
adjust that, yeah.
Have they perfected CB radios? I mean, I guess you had them for years, right? Then when you Smokey and the Bandit era.
I couldn't imagine driving without one. You know, you're not considered a truck driver if you drive an automatic truck or you don't have a CV.
So an automatic truck, you mean, just it changes gears? It's not like none of that.
None of that.
How do they do that? It seems like it'd be easier to drive without that.
Yeah, well, but truck drivers you gotta have a stick. If you don't have a stick, then
Why is that?
it's an old tale. You know, it ain't nothing.
Will they eventually do it
They have them.
automatic?
Yeah.
But you don't use them.
No, I've driven one before. It's kind of good to me sometimes, but you know, I don't see a problem with it. But you know,
Do you think this thing with Elon Musk and Tesla that they'll put truck drivers out of business?
no,
How come?
I don't see any way that can be not dangerous. Having somebody be reliable for that truck if nobody's in it. I don't see how that would be reliable enough to be able to handle all the different situations out there.
Now, if you were just driving through town or something, you might could deal with it.
Mhm.
But with you got so many variables.
Yes, it's too many. I don't see
Too
how
many.
It wouldn't be able to. There's no way. Right now, even with the Teslas with the automatic driving of the cars, they're having problems with them. The automatic driving part is hitting people or something. They said that what it was wrecking from the autopilot.
They may eventually get that perfected. I don't know. I think it would be safer with automatic cars if all the cars were automatic. Then you're not hitting anybody, maybe.
But that's a lot of perfecting they got to do. Now, if it had their own track, like a train track, then that would be ideal. But to put auto out there amongst other vehicles, people that's driving, I don't think that would ever be.
You know, that would be a good thing for them to use the railroad tracks for.
They would have to do something like that.
Why hadn't anybody thought of that?
I don't know.
Somebody want barbecue?
That's a friend of mine. I wouldn't doubt it though.
But if do they call that cell phone if they want barbecue?
And use the page, the Facebook page.
You monitor it?
Yeah, me and my wife, both of us are moderators on it, and she usually gets it before me to message. She lets me know that somebody wanted something inbox.
Something special or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
You ever get anybody that wants something so special you just think, man, that's just too complicated?
I've never turned anything. I've done turkeys.
Yeah, like this Thanksgiving.
So you cook turkeys on the wood too?
Yeah, man, good.
What else?
Anything.
Sausage?
I can do sausage. Yeah.
What else?
Briskets, pulled pork, the butts, ribs, beef and pork, whole chickens, bologna.
Fried bologna? It's hard to beat fried bologna.
It
isn't
is, man.
Well, no, it would be fried. It'd be smoked
Yeah,
bologna.
take a loaf, the big old loaf.
A whole loaf?
Yeah,
How do you get it done on the insides?
just cook it, let it ride.
Well, I bet it's crisp on the outside. I bet it's good,
Yeah.
isn't it?
People like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be smoked bologna.
right. They like it. I've done it twice for somebody.
What else?
That's it. That's all I've made on there. Like I said, I try to keep it simple, but if somebody has a request, then
You hadn't ever anybody like cook an alligator or anything weird like that?
no. I got a website I can order alligator from, but I hadn't smoked it on the grill, but I've seen it done recently.
That'd be a Louisiana thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's actually good.
Is it? What does it taste like?
It has a fishy taste meat.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I wouldn't thought that, but I guess it is. It's in the water.
yeah.
You ever have barbecued? You ever have shrimp? Cooked shrimp
Yeah.
on the wood stove?
Yeah, shrimp, fish, yeah. The good stuff.
Well, you're making me hungry.
Yeah.
Now, what's your full name?
Mark Anthony Smith.
Anthony.
Mhm.
Is your family still alive? Your mom and dad?
My mom is.
Does she doesn't live here?
No, she lives in Louisiana.
You got brothers and sisters?
I got a brother and 3 sisters.
What do they do?
One of my sisters, she works in HR for a company, a phone call-in service company, which they do for different companies. You know, they might have one that answers about repairs for stuff, and then another one that does other stuff. A call center, pretty much. And my other sister, she works at some plant down there in Atlanta. And my brother is a mechanic at Firestone. Been there about 20 years.
We're at Firestone,
Louisiana.
Well, your one sister got all the way to Atlanta. That's pretty good. That's pretty close to here, right?
Yeah, she lived here for a while, and then she moved to Atlanta.
What'd she do here?
She worked at where did she work? Yeah, somewhere around here. Somewhere around, I forget where she worked at.
So did she live here while you were living here because you were here?
Yeah. She moved here, wanted a new beginning, and I told her this is a good place, but it wasn't fast enough for her, so she moved to Atlanta.
Well, I bet Cleveland's fast if you want it.
If you want
Go
it.
down Paul Huff Parkway Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. If that's what you wanted. If you're looking for fast, it's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Cleveland's a great place to live,
It is.
and we're good. We're glad to have people like you here.
Man, thank you.
And I tell you what, I'm gonna come get some of that barbecue.
Come see me.
You got me so hungry now. I'm gonna have to go over here to the food line and get it.
Yeah. You call me, man, and you do a special order like you said.
No, I'll just. You ever have anybody just come in line? How they do that?
It's a line, but if you called it in and I'd have it ready when I see you.
I don't want to be trouble though.
No,
I'll
you
just
won't
stand
be.
in line and say, do you have anybody text you?
I can't answer text while I'm working.
No, because you'd be.
Yeah, so usually they get ahead of time, you know, but once I'm starting, you just got to come on down. But it's usually good people in line, so it's friendly people there.
It's not like how long you're in line?
Not long.
10 minutes, 5?
Yeah.
So I send my wife there about 5 o'clock on Saturday. You have it.
It might be about
out by then?
Yeah.
What's the best time?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, come in 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you.